Also the issue of who gets Paige.
I get Paige.
What?
I lost Hogan.
So did I. I had Hollywood Hogan.
But that's no real Hogan. Like, that's heel Hogan. You could have probably still kept that in.
Hey, right, you...
He's a baddie.
Yeah, but hey, you've got Emma, Adrian, Tamina. I have Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Summer Rae. Clearly.
Who did I get rid of before? Orton.
Orton, yeah.
I've still got Kane. I can't get rid of Kane because he's a champion.
Exactly.
I would very much like Paige.
You know what? Before we start, this is the official pay-per-view pre-show, by the way. Let's just start it now.
Right. Hello, everybody.
Well, hello and welcome to the Payback pre-show.
Damn it, Maggle.
Maggle's not on the pre-show.
No, Renee and
Corey Graves, Booker T, and Byron Saxton.
God, because they used to have like
Riley?
sometimes they'd have Tensai on it,
Oh yeah.
and fuck, who else did they have? Oh, Dusty.
Yeah, I think he should have. I think they were like NXT. Usually for like the Raw pay-per-views, the actual pay-per-views is like Corey Graves, Booker T. Used to be Alex Riley, but he's hurt.
Aye.
So it's Byron Saxton and then Renee Young.
They had one with Flair as well.
Yeah. Usually they'll like take out the like.
It's whoever's kicking a boot.
Yeah.
I imagine Flair's can look backstage knew that his daughter's jumped to the main roster. He's probably spending quite a bit of time there.
Yep.
Exciting pre-show talk, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
Sorry,
setting
I'm
up
not
something.
as good looking as Renee Young, but you can't see me anyway, so what does it matter?
So,
I promise at least one new joke tonight.
So yeah, there was a slight disagreement over both me and Martin about who will get Paige when we switch to the PS4 version.
Yes.
Of course, this will apply for when we move to 2K16 as well. So,
Well, see, it might not though.
how so?
Because 2K16's like there's going to be a lot more.
120 unique models.
Yes. Which means a lot more like raffling or bingo to see who gets who.
Mm-hmm. I'll just be... My initial plan was just to draft all the new people until we all have equal numbers of superstars and divas.
Right. So we keep the old rosters and then just add to them basically. Or sorta.
Sort of.
Keep the champions.
I will let you get, like, put up people to be entered into the draft. Like, there's people you don't want, like, say, I don't know, Kane, if he loses his title.
Mm-hmm.
You put him in the draft, though there's no guarantee he won't just end up back on
Coming
NXT.
back.
Yeah.
I would just, like, every brand keeps their champions and the rest is chaos. So, I nominate my entire roster.
Well, you can do that. I don't want to do that because that involves having... The way I did the draft last time was I played the Titantron, and I don't want to have to do that for 120 people.
Oh, we did off screen, you used to get, like, the ticker tape and it's like, oh, Titus O'Neil has been drafted to blah, blah, blah.
But, yeah, for now, I mean, that's still months away.
Yeah.
And hell, it won't even be on release day because I'm going to be in Paris when the game's released.
Oh, if you took a recent trip to the pay window.
Yep. I've actually been embellishing SmackDown's finances to pay for this holiday. That's why we had to get a replica heavyweight title belt for Sting.
I see that. You see you're also plugging the new Legacy app there.
Oh yeah! Damn it! Oh, I'm giving my competitor's a plug there, but yes, I've got the New Legacy app.
Oh, New Legacy are great though.
Yeah, watch them, are really good. So yes, let us see who Paige is going to. Of course, we have the two choices for NXT because we have one less roster member than SmackDown, so it's only fair that it goes to one of us. So, 3, 2, 1, Fruit Machine, go! I'll let you watch it for yourself.
Well, is it bad news?
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
Come on. Really, you should have put like getting like 3 of each in or something.
I was thinking of that, but I couldn't be bothered. But yes, Paige is coming to Raw.
That sucks.
No, it doesn't. And speaking of Raw, let's start the pay-per-view.
It does. I don't watch Raw.
And I don't watch NXT. And what a match we have to begin this pay-per-view.
Actually, I've had an open on Raw like 2 weeks running.
Yes, you have. But what a start to this pay-per-view. Kofi Kingston goes one-on-one with Erick Rowan. Of course, we do things differently here on Raw. Our main event is for the WCW World Tag Team Championships.
Well, it'll certainly be interesting to see the YouTube views on this.
I'm more interested in seeing the YouTube views for Bad Blood, considering I tagged both Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar, so...
I put on Bad Blood earlier, and like you encode the pre-show. I'll just put it that way.
Is this... Oh yeah, shit. I think I meant to delete that, but I didn't.
And the pre-show is like, oh, thanks for helping me with the Elgato problems. And then all Raw this week has been you being like, oh fuck my Elgato problems, man.
But yeah, here comes the man with no ring music, Erick Rowan.
You need to update, you need to change Kofi's costume colours a wee bit.
It'll be updated in 2K16.
That's just laziness.
It's because the CEW system in this game is shit, so they can't really recreate his New Day gear.
You gotta, take a sign down the ring that says World's Greatest Dad.
No. That, yeah. Wait till you see the NXT, wall.
Oh, have you added to it?
Yes.
I've got some other things that could go on it.
Yeah. Because I had to get rid of the, Hogan stuff, so... Considering, you know, he got fired. And Erick Rowan starting off strong with a couple of stomps to Kofi Kingston. There's Erick Rowan so far undefeated in his universe.
We don't say that, Stu. What we say is we've sent Mr. America off in search of El Generico.
Speaking of El Generico... Wait, no, that's not related at all. Y2 Zane is in the main event tonight.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Going up against Goat Money for the WCW World Tag Team titles.
Oh, I believe Goat Money have got everything to lose.
And they've lost every match so far. So, of course, starting tomorrow night on Raw, Sami Zayn will have to defend his European title every night until he loses it as punishment for letting NXT's Randy Orton invade Raw.
This is, it's part of a grander plan.
Sure, let's go with that.
The plan was, does Randy Orton work on other shows? Aye, alright, let's give him to another show. I, for one, am quite happy with these results.
Well, I've already got vintage Orton. I don't need modern Orton too.
My roster is deficient for one person, though.
Yeah, you'll get that one person. You'll get one person extra. In like 3 months' time.
Will it be 3 months' time though? Look, if we can break kayfabe for just a second here, you need to wait until the DLC's out.
It depends. Well, I'm gonna see how many like who's available from the start, and then just draft the DLC as it comes out. Because like, again, anyone who's not gonna be in the next game, I'll give you the option to keep. Which means I'll be like downloading CAW, so it's going to be a lot more than 120 people on our show. Splash by Rowan, this could be it. 1, 2, 3. Erick Rowan defeats Kofi Kingston. Erick Rowan continues his unbeaten streak here on this STUniverse. But yeah, so if you want to keep, say, like, I don't know, Sergeant Slaughter or Colonel Mustafa or Iron Sheik, I guess, then you would be able to.
Oh, Iron Sheik's the NXT mascot.
Yeah.
I don't know, part of me really wants, like, because I really liked All Stars. Like, that was one of my favourite games.
It was really good.
So, like, part of me would want just, like, a roster of, like, the old guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, dear. Making his Raw debut, former NXT superstar Sheamus 2011, who you kind of fired when you got Santino Marella. And I decided to take him just so I could fire him in a few months' time.
2 lemon pies, 2 lemon pies.
Well, I don't know if he'll be fired because I have a plan to deal with all the doppelgangers. It's something I've tentatively called right now doppelganger warfare.
Right.
Basically, there will be a show towards the end of the 2K15 era where it will be doppelganger versus doppelganger.
Right.
And then the winner, like whoever brand is on the winner, gets to keep their version of that superstar, but the loser gets a automatic draft pick, which means they can actually pick the person they want to draft instead of
it being random.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I would do is like, so you've got like for current generation superstars, the old versions are the doppelgangers.
Yeah.
And like for classic people, let's say the earlier version is the correct version and the later version is the doppelganger.
Alright.
Which would be the case of, like I don't know if they would maybe have, like if they've got Razor and they've got Scott Hall, you know what I mean? Like Razor would be the main, Scott Hall would be the duplicate. So you chuck all the duplicates into a battle royal.
Right.
And it's like Thunderdome, only one survives.
Well, like, the idea, in my head at least, was that when they lose, the winner absorbs the loser. And just becomes the current version, but they go to the brand that the winner was on anyway. But then there's like a case of like when a character is like a guy has like 2 very different characters, such as, I don't know, Sting. But I'm presuming like Sting will be in the next game just as his WrestleMania attire, so
They'll have Sting in just because, you know what I mean? Like they paid a lot of money. They're gonna get their worth.
And they technically already have the model. They just need to make him just to change his hair.
Oh, they've got Rick Martel. That'll be my first pick for the draft.
Fair enough. Want to sample some of his arrogance, do you?
Yes.
Yes, Rusev just recently broke his losing streak. He's going up against a guy who just got fired, but is currently unbeaten as well, so...
Well, he's unbeaten because it's his first match. No,
No, he had 2 matches on NXT and he won them
no,
both.
he didn't.
So he's just been stricken off the record then?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
I believe if you check the history, it'll say Terry Bollea was in the match.
Nice Samoan drop from the Russian who's born in Bulgaria.
People act as if that's complicated.
It's
like,
not.
might remind the audience at home, we grew up watching Highlander, a film where Sean Connery, who is Sean Connery, if you're not familiar with Sean Connery, he sounds very much like Sean Connery. And he's playing an Egyptian Spaniard who spent a lot of time in Japan. So...
yeah. One thing that's made me very happy with Rusev recently in the real world is that he's starting to wear boots. Which, as someone who really, really hates feet, is a good thing.
I don't like the, like, I've never liked it even going back, you know, to, like old style wrestlers. Like,
Yeah.
I've hated the fact that your feet are on the mat and then, like, somebody's face is in the mat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just creeped me the fuck out.
Speed of creeping Martin out here, Sheamus in control.
So you can tell this is a video game. Because if it was real life, Sheamus would be blown up by now. Bright red and holding out the ropes to get his breath back. For applying the 14th sleeper hold to the match.
And Irish curse backbreaker. Goes for the pin. It's a 1. It's
They've
a
really
2.
need to change the name
It's
of that.
almost a 3.
They've had no luck with Sheamus's leg finishers.
No.
Or even just his name, like they used to call him the Great White. Well, the Great White what?
He's the Great White Sheamus. And he goes for a powerbomb and sends Rusev to the cold, hard ground outside of the ring.
So then it was the Celtic Warrior for a bit. And he just sort of looks like Albert's experiments.
I do kind of imagine Albert, like, when he stopped training the NXT superstars, he just goes home and has his all, like, science experiments. Of course, because I've turned off the commentary, we can't hear what the referee's count is at anymore.
Oh, see, can you know, like get up on the screen and whatnot? Subtitles for the viewers at home.
Nope. That's not an option.
I remember they used to have the big bold letters in the middle.
Yeah, but now, like, that's when it's a bit more arcadey. Irish Coach Backbreaker the second. And he goes for another pin. It's been all Sheamus in this match. And of course, the victory goes to the Irish fella. Who is now technically 3-0, but for Martin sanity, we'll call it 1-0.
It's alright, because Rusev's got some Metal Gear Solid he needs to be appearing in.
That's another thing, I can't play Guns of the Patriots until they, like, for over a week. I'm not going to be able to finish the
I'm
summer
sure the
Metal Gear.
audience at home are very sad they're going to miss it on the 20 hours of cutscenes.
I'm sad. I'm going to have to, like, just play it at my own time now.
You can still play it on stream. What you could do is, you know, while you can't stream like PS2, 3, 4, whatever, you could stream something like Snake's Revenge.
That's not quite Guns of the Patriots. No. I don't know, no. It's not canon, no. Speaking of canon,
Neither
here's...
Sheamus's wins, but you still insist on referring to him.
Well, it's not a pay-per-view without it being a big show, and here he is. Big Show.
Well...
He has a wee rivalry with Rick Rude going on right now.
Oh, see, I wish I'd recruit.
Unfortunately, I quite like Rick Rude, so I don't think I'm putting it up for draft, but...
Oh, that's no fair.
If you have someone I want, I might trade. But he is, of course, a leader. Well, he's a member of my faction, so...
Ah, but the faction could break up.
Well, I'm pretty sure the SmackDown faction of just Cena and Sting have broken up. Considering Cena turned heel by attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Santino Morella's on NXT.
See, I like Santino though.
Yeah, Dale didn't.
Santino's very welcome here. Well, no here on Raw, because you'd start grating if another NXT wrestler invaded the Raw ring. But, Santino's good. How can you shout on a guy who, like, back in 2010 was sitting backstage playing with Iron Cheek action figures next to Iron Cheek?
Hey, I don't mind Santino. If he wants to appear on Raw, you know, there's a place for him. The back door, but there's still a place for him.
Oh, recruit.
Oh wait, he has something to say?
He's another one of these wrestlers that never had the top belt. We can't actually hear the thing he's got to say, can we?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we can?
Yeah. It doesn't actually turn off the superstars' voices, thankfully. Because it's technically under entrance instead of voice.
Right. Well, that's pretty good. I see the audience is walking out during Rude's promo.
And there he is. That's what a real man apparently looks like. But him and Big Show have been trading victories over the past couple of weeks. This will decide who wins their little best of three. And speaking of Rick Rude, his tights do feature Ultimate Warrior, who will be in action later on defending his WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar. The loser will be traded to SmackDown as part of the Morella-Sheamus deal.
That makes so much sense.
For my own sanity, I really hope Brock Lesnar wins.
Why do you want Lesnar? He's boring.
I love Lesnar.
What you should do in the game is just like go into his moveset and change it so every fucking move, like up, down, left, right, circle, they're all German suplexes.
No, he does the
and then
takedown
just sit
move.
and watch it's pish. You know, like for 14, created Raven.
Right.
And I used some blueprints like I'd found online, but also like I had a very specific Raven shirt I wanted him to wear.
Fair enough.
So I did that, and like a specific way I wanted him to look. But when it came to the movesets, every third move was a chop block. Because they used to do it all the time. They used to do it into chairs, into the corner, into table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, to make it realistic, that's what I did.
But I don't know.
If you make Dr. Death, every second move should be a scoop slam.
Dr. Death. See, I didn't really know, because I didn't watch WWE at the time, so I really knew him via Attitude. But, like, I know he's a big deal in Japan, but his WWE run kind of hit a brick wall when he lost in the first round of the Brawl for All tournament to Bart Gunn.
Oh,
Who no one really realised was a legitimate kind of badass.
Steve had been undefeated for like 10 years.
But didn't that pretty much kill his career? Well, not like properly, but...
No, well, like losing the undefeated thing, you know, like he was probably getting ready to retire then.
Yeah.
I think that was an ECW. And then Brawl for All would have been after that, so he'd have been on his way out. Oh, obviously. Aye. But no like that. Oh. But then Rude would have been another one that was confusing for you then, because like by the time you were watching like WCW, he would have been like, there was one point where he was the money behind the NWO.
Was that Ted DiBiase? So no, Rude was part of the NWO, but
Slightly after, like it's.
The NWO is very complicated. Oh, Rude hit the Rude Awakening, Scooby over.
It was basically
Big Show kicks out.
the same thing as what happened with DX. You know, like he showed up and he was the guy with the briefcase.
Yeah. And then he showed up on Raw and Nitro on the same day. Back when Raw, like every second or third Raw was
It was
taped.
preempted by Crofts or the Westminster Dog Show. Oh, is it Foley's book? Or it's somebody else's book, and they always go on about, this week Raw was preempted by, like, a display of poodles.
Big Show going for the pin. He could have him. He does! Big Show gets the decisive victory over Rick Rude. It was a very, very equal match. We thought Rick Rude had it there with the Rude Awakening, but Big Show kicked out the very last second.
Big Show looked confused by that victory.
I think everyone looks confused in this game. Yeah, his face is apparently sore. But yeah, a big victory for the Big Show. If I remember correctly, I think we've got a title match next.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course, for the most important title in our business, the WWE Divas Championship is on the line. Nikki Bella, the current champion, taking on the challenger, Naomi.
Oh, so here's a question for you.
Okay.
Like, forget looks and all that kind of push, because, yeah, who cares? But in terms of, like, wrestling, which of the Bellas do you, like, which one do you rate higher?
Nikki.
Really?
Bray probably is a bit technically better, but I think Nikki's the better overall superstar. Diva. Her matches are better, though Bray has been really good recently, but I think this is because the quality of opposition has gone a lot better.
Nikki's shit.
Fair enough.
And the reason, like, alright, so since she got with Cena, obviously, like, she's changed.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just say that. But even though, like, if you look at her in this game, like, she looks different. Like, she's got the baseball cap, and again, the Bellas don't look the same anymore.
No.
Which you think would stop Twin Magic, by the way, but apparently no.
Yeah, the
The
last time
referees are blind.
No, the last time they did Twin Magic, literally they had to get Brie to stuff stuff down her shirt. Because obviously Nikki had a bit of surgery done.
But, like, forget the surgery and that, like, she's put on a lot of muscle and stuff.
Yeah, she's a lot stronger.
She does a torture rack,
Yeah.
right? But, so
The rack
she's,
attack.
she's started doing all this since being with Cena, and I think obviously because Cena's in the gym and he's doing all this, so she's kind of doing the same. But, much the same problem with Cena, like, she doesn't know how to sell at all.
That's probably why, like, for this Divas Revolution, they have Brie in the ring more, because she does sell. I think Nikki's whole thing is that she's, like, the dominant one
That's really Paige is the dominant one, you know.
Oh, God's sake. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Like, all she does is shout at people. Like, did you know, was it Raw last week there? Or was it the pay-per-view? It was some shit, but she was on twice. Like, once as a manager and once in a tag match. And both times she just fucking rolled at people for the side of the ring.
This is my house!
Or even if you watch Botchamania, you know, and they've got the everybody talks too much part. And it's slowly becoming like, they've separated one off for Cena.
Yeah.
But like, the everybody talks too much part itself a lot of the time is Paige.
And to think, you were the one who's really wanting Paige.
Oh, it started like, you know how you watch tennis?
Yes.
And they banned it for a while, like, because it was like the shout off.
Yeah.
People were trying to be louder and louder. That's what it's sort of becoming on Raw and that.
Nice belly to belly by Naomi. Of course, hoping to replicate her former partner's success by winning her brand's women's title. Cameron, of course, beat Brie Bella on SmackDown's Payback a few weeks back.
Obviously, like, Paige and Emma both use, like, submission holds stolen for Japanese wrestlers.
Yes. And to be fair, though, Paige admitted that she stole it from Bull Nakano.
Aye. Well, Emma's pretty, like, thingy about who she took it for as well. But, oh, apart from, like, there's never been a mention of Tajiri. I don't know what the problem is there, like.
Mr. Tajiri.
But, like, whereas, you know what fucking Brie Bella's, submission hold is? Or Nikki Bella's submission hold?
Well, Nikki Bella has a quote-unquote rack attack.
Aye, but that's no...
That's not submission.
It's never been a submission. She doesn't really... Ask them, ref! Ask them! That's no happening. No, they do the fucking sleeper, the same boring... Yeah.
Of course, stolen by legendary wrestler Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggler applies it with some style, though.
Yeah. Nice kick. Speaking of style, nice kick by Naomi there. And she goes... drives the leg into the mat.
Like, Naomi's pretty shit, but all her moves have got a certain style about them.
Yeah. And she has light-up shoes that I really like.
Oh, the LA gear.
Oh, nice roll-up by Nikki Bella. Goes for the pin. Oh, almost a victory, but Naomi kicks out at the very last second.
You can always, like... I don't know about yourself, but I've watched a lot of, like, Chikara.
Right.
Particularly the early years. It's really interesting to watch. But you have these... because Mike's been training the people, it's like almost like the actual matches on the show.
Oh!
Like,
sorry, Naomi just hit Nikki Bella with the rear end and it could be over. Oh! Kick out 2.9.
So they have these, it's like they're displaying what they've learned that week in the ring.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, arm drag, and then like bounce off the ropes and go underneath, and then like shoulder tackle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's strictly the basics, and it's about making it look well, obviously, because a lot of Chikara is it's comedy or it's submissions and sequences that look really nice together.
Yeah.
And so that's what you see like Nikki doing a lot of the time.
Nice discus elbow by Nikki. Goes for the pin.
Oh, the fucking horrible Frankensteiner in this game as well. It's not even, like, it's the setup for the 619.
Yeah. But not quite into the ropes. Oh, and a Mr. Miracle leg drop. A favourite move of the divas of the STUniverse.
They have a video on YouTube and it's just Steiner doing the actual Frankensteiner, like, Like, they're just out of Japan and they really doesn't give a shit. So everybody's getting flipped on their head. I want them to put that in the game.
Because you'd think, being a game, it'd make things look a bit more realistic. Mr. American leg drop. Goes for another pin. 1, 2, and that wasn't enough. Naomi kicks out again. There's been a back and forth battle. But yeah, you'd think they'd they wouldn't make certain moves look so weedy.
Mm-hmm. Particularly because, like, Nikki's turning into like a power wrestler, you know?
Another Frankensteiner.
Like big lifts above their heads and suplexes and things happening, and obviously the torture rack.
I think that's why I like Nikki more, is because I prefer...
It's a different set of moves, or should be a different set of moves.
I'll do like a power wrestler over a mediocre technical one, and that's a good victory for Nikki Bella, who retains her title. That finish came to me as a bit of a surprise, because the finish was a bulldog.
Oh, one of Raven's favourites.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like I don't like Orton, right? And a lot of people don't like Orton that much.
No.
But, and whether Orton's a face or heel, he's at the point now where he wants to be heel. So everything about him's slow and meticulous. His entrance is incredibly slow, everything he does in the ring's incredibly slow. There's a reason why it takes him like 5 minutes to place somebody on the ropes and then to DT them. Like, he's there to piss people off and everything's slow and it all makes sense. Sheamus, not so much.
You're still on about Sheamus.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is it doesn't only apply to the Divas. Like, everybody's moves and what they do in the ring should make sense.
Yeah. I do think they're going in the right direction with the Divas. As long as that direction is a Charlotte direction, I'm happy.
No, fuck you.
Well, who do you think? Well,
you know who the future of the Divas division is.
Until Bayley gets called up, I'm saying Charlotte.
Alright.
And then when Bayley gets called up, that's when... Go on, I have a Bayley shirt. Of course I'm going to be supporting her.
Alright.
But yes, it's time for the WWE Championship to go on the line. Brock Lesnar versus the Ultimate Warrior.
You know they put Emma with Santino when she made the jump?
Yes.
Like, Bayley and Santino would have worked so fucking well.
I think Bayley should just be by herself. She don't need no man.
No. No, like a couple.
No.
Like, I don't think there should be couples. Like, I think a storyline should be at this point a wee bit more than just like, oh, you've pushed my woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sort of glad that they've kept Total Divas mostly outside the storylines.
Yeah. I mean, they've all, like, be like, oh yeah, this is Daniel Bryan's wife, or this is, or whatever, but you can't really avoid that.
I think, like, oh, like, you slap Natalia, or some shit like this, right? And Natalia's like a powerhouse, so A, she could, like, she could legitimately beat the fuck out of, like, everybody else on the roster, right?
Yeah.
So that doesn't wash. Plus B, you're cheating in her character and just looking.
Yeah. Well, that's like the weird thing they've got right now with Rusev and Lana, where in real life they're going out, but in kayfabe, they're feuding.
Warrior is wearing a knockoff belt as well. Is this all your holiday money?
Yep. Hey, Paris ain't cheap.
See, there's what the belt's supposed to look like when it comes up on screen, and then around Warrior's waist, just tinfoil.
I'm just
When
saying.
you were wee and you would steal like a belt for the drawer and then go and put a bit of cardboard and some tinfoil in it.
I'm just saying, Disneyland tickets are not cheap. Anyway, we're going to have a slow momentum match because this is a WWE title match. Brock Lesnar vs. the Ultimate Warrior. The loser will get traded to SmackDown.
As part of the fella arrangement.
This is what would be called in the future, the fella incident.
So is this the main event of your pay-per-view?
No, it isn't.
No? Oh, the main event's a tag match.
Yes, I don't know why the computer decided to do that. It's part of the reason why I'm thinking of turning off rivalries after this event.
No, you need rivalries.
No, because then every match, like every show for like solid 4 to 12 weeks is the same.
Cena versus Kevin Steen.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not called Kevin Steen, is he?
Owens. But at least they saved those matches for the pay-per-views. In this game, it's every show. That's why Cena and Sting have faced off.
Would you rather every version of the STUniverse Raw started off with a fucking 3/4 hour promo for Triple H?
Yes. If it would mean not having to see the same matches over and over again. At least with rivalry, if I turn the rivalries off, crazier things will happen. The matches will be different. And if, there's something I disagree with, be like, you know what, no. I'm going to change this.
I will say the only promo left for Triple H to cut is the one where he comes out and the show tune starts and it's like, there's no business like show business.
Triple H musical star would be amazing. Mostly because I can't imagine him singing, which would make it funnier. I bet you he has I'm going to put it out there. Like, we all think that... Well, I think that he wouldn't be much of a singer. I bet you he's the voice of an angel.
Like, I don't know if it's just because, like, of the DX theme and stuff like that, but I think he was into the whole sort of new metal type.
Well, his favourite band is Motorhead.
Aye, but is it, or is he just saying that because they got a working relationship?
I'm pretty sure he, was the one who was like, yo, Motorhead, yo, Vince, pay Motorhead to make my music, please.
Aye, but, like, do you think, Abdul the Butcher was like, yo, I really love fucking Pink Floyd. Can I ask them if they'll let us use the music? Nah, they're just like, oh, they're going to do this, holy fuck, that's brilliant.
Some nice reversals there by these two behemoths of the industry.
And certainly it must have liked, Rage Against the Machine quite a bit.
Well, yeah, because then they basically got a tribute act to do both the DX, My Time, and...
Higher brain power.
No, that song didn't have any lyrics.
It did.
Did it? I thought the version you linked me didn't have any lyrics.
Well, see, there's two versions.
Well, I know My Time, because that's the one he used most. And Warrior Splash, it could be over.
I don't know if he did use it most,
One,
actually.
2. Oh! It's over. The Ultimate Warrior retains his title in 4 minutes. I'm fucking glad Brock Lesnar is now fired from Raw after that pathetic display.
What's his current theme?
He alternates between the game and King of Kings.
The game's probably his longest running theme.
I meant out of Higher Brain Power and My Time. He used My Time for a good couple of years before moving on to the game.
No. It couldn't have been that long, maybe a year.
Well, I think, moved on to the game not long before WrestleMania 17. And it
When
was
he-
at My Time... Yeah, it would be about a year then, yeah.
Because when he left DX, obviously they put together kind of the song and there was no lyrics yet.
Yeah.
And he came out with that for kind of the whole sort of Stephanie storyline. And then obviously after the Stephanie storyline, You got lyrics such as "Keep your fucking finger off the switch" done. Does anybody know who's sleeping with who and all that kind of stuff in my time? So.
Well, yes, a big victory for Ultimate Warrior. He survives to live another day. Brock Lesnar. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just said that, didn't I?
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
That wasn't intentional. That was not intentional, I'm sorry. It was an expression. He is gone, so let's move on to the next match before I say something worse. As we move on to Shawn Michaels versus
Owen
Bray
Hart
Wyatt.
versus Godfather was scheduled for one fall.
Mine was
Hope
unintentional.
you feel better.
Anyway, it's time for a double debut match. It was unintentional. Shawn Michaels.
Pretty soon you're going to be competing for that vacant title with Punk and you know who and you know who.
Well, speaking of Punk, Shawn Michaels has Philippines 413 on his shirt. I'm pretty sure that's CM Punk's real name.
What shit Shawn Michaels outfit is this?
It's because they have this feud with Triple H in the game, so he has a bunch of attires from between 2002 and 2004.
But he wore some pretty memorable things then as well.
Yeah, but I think this is the shirt he wore on his comeback in SummerSlam. Yeah, SummerSlam. And they don't have this weird mid regrowth hair either.
They seem to have the Hunter Hearst Helmsley here and they've just chucked it on Shawn there.
Yeah.
Like the Ode to Joy Triple H.
But yeah, here comes Ultimate Warrior's tag team partner Bray Wyatt, also making his debut tonight. And for some reason, SmackDown superstar Luke Harper is also there. And the video cut off before he said we're here. Because the PC version is a well-made port. And also,
Wait, did it cut off at that?
No, it just cut off him, he lit the lantern, and then he looks at the camera and says, we're here. He didn't do that part, it just cut off. But yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but that looks nothing like Bray Wyatt. I've always had a problem with Bray Wyatt's model in this game.
Too heavy, perhaps?
Maybe, but his face just does not look...
Face is far too wide.
Yeah, it looks more like Bull Dempsey than Bray Wyatt. For those of you who watch NXT, the WWE NXT, not the real proper NXT that we run here.
You know what I hate about his intro, and I know health and safety and all this pish, right?
It's the fact there's an electric lantern.
It's an LED light in the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
And oh, you can't have fire and paraffin, and I'm like, well, sorry, but do you not have ridiculous amounts of pyro at the side of the stage? Do you know set the ring on fire when Kane's there?
Yeah, it's always bugged me, but hey, whatever.
Did you know get Daniel Bryan to break his neck jumping off a forklift?
But yes, here we are, two debutants.
His hair's too dark.
Yeah, it's
That's the other problem with Bray.
yeah, his whole head is just wrong. We have both of these guys. Now that Brock Lesnar's out of the picture, both of these guys are looking to maybe fight Ultimate Warrior for the title next month at the joint NXT Raw pay-per-view. Because I'm only running 2 pay-per-views per month, because fuck doing 3 a month.
Wait, it's the SmackDown gets its own pay-per-view.
Every month, one...
Because it's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but every month, apart from, I think, Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, every month it will be one pay-per-view is dual-branded, because you can't really do a tri-brand pay-per-view, and then one will get their own. But it works out so everyone gets an equal amount of pay-per-view.
So what's the non-Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
I'm pretty sure I've set it up to be capital punishment.
We'll change that. Don't you worry about it.
No, it won't. It's gonna be capital punishment.
No, Stu. We've got problems, and I don't think we can solve them.
We've already done Bad
You've
Blood.
made a really deep cut.
We've done Bad Blood.
It's always Bad Blood.
Bray goes for the pin. He gets a 2 count, but it's finished.
Until, like... So what will it be like? WWE's always, like, 10 years away for, like, modern pop culture. So when we're playing this in 10 years, they'll have a Shake It Off pay-per-view.
If there was a... If we could find a decent logo for a pay-per-view, I might change the name, but... And Bray Wyatt throws the Heartbreak Kid onto the ground. It could be over right now. Oh, Shawn Michaels kicks out. But yeah, this match has been all Wyatt so far.
I really... Like, I hate Cowboy Shawn Michaels.
And so does Bray Wyatt. And so does Sister Abigail. He hits it. It must be over now. Wyatt goes for the pin. 2. And it's over. A very surprisingly easy victory for the Eater of Worlds. The new face of horror, Bray Wyatt. But yeah, Cowboy Shawn Michaels kind of sucked. Like attire-wise.
Mm. And like even now, when you see him, when he makes an appearance on one of the shows, he still dresses cowboy.
Well, he dresses up like a it's all like hunter-ish now because he has this bloody hunting show.
A message for the anonymous fucking Raw general manager.
It better not be an anonymous Raw general manager. That's me.
Your boss, you.
Oh, of course. Wait, I'm the principal owner of the SGF STUniverse.
They said they don't particularly like Shawn either.
Oh. That's probably why they booked Wyatt to go over him. Anyway, it's time for our main event, our huge main event. It's for the WCW World Tag Team Championships. Chris Jericho 2002 edition and Sami Zayn go up against JBL and Daniel Bryan, the team of Goat Money and the current champions. Of course, Sami Zayn is the current European champion. And I just realised I'm going to have to change all of the bloody entrances for the PS4 version of this bloody game.
How many times did you say bloody there?
A bloody too much.
You familiar with it's a Mancunian poet, I believe. Is it John Cooper Clarke? Is that his name?
We are filming this out of fucking Chicken Town.
Yes! Evidently.
Yeah. I only really know that though.
I think that's the one most people know.
And so I know it because it's quite famous, but also know it because it was, he was in the film about Ian Curtis.
Control.
Yeah, and he performed that in the film.
Yep. Pretty much looked the same as he did back when Joy Division were actually touring as well.
But I'm gonna have to change Daniel Bryan's bloody coat as well. Oh. But yeah, the current WCW Tag Team Champions. I yet to have a victory in this universe, actually. Though Daniel Bryan does hold a victory over Chris Jericho, JBL has yet to win a single match so far. There are the prestigious WCW World Tag Team Championships. Held by such luminaries such as Harlem Heat. Was there any other tag teams?
In WCW?
Yeah.
The Steinos, the Road Warriors, you're talking about, like, probably the greatest organisation in terms of tag teams.
So much that you named 3. Both of
Blue
whom...
Bloods, Outsiders, fucking...
You gotta remember, my time frame for WCW was 98 till 2000.
Who did Eddie team with?
Well, there's a Latino World Order.
Well, no, like, Eddie used to team with... Oh, fuck.
He had I know he tagged him. He tagged with Jericho for a while, but I don't know if he had another main partner.
I can't remember, but they were a really good fucking team, and of course Eddie, like, doing all the heel stuff, like, as part of a tag team, worked really well. Like, the fake clap-ins and all this kind of stuff.
Eddie was
like
just
the
a very...
leverage, holding the legs.
Eddie was just very good.
Aye.
Which reminds me, I think this is one of the first games he was not actually in.
Do you think that's because Vicky's no longer with the company?
Vicky's in this game.
Excuse me?
No, Vicky's still in the game.
The reason that I actually brought up John Cooper Clarke is because the radio-friendly version of Evidently Chicken Tim replaces fucking with Bloody.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. But yes, Gold Money starting off really well. As I say that though, Chris Jericho hits a backbreaker on Daniel Bryan. Because Daniel Bryan also has a doppelganger who's yet to make his debut. And actually, his doppelganger's on Raw, so I don't actually have to do a Daniel Bryan versus Daniel Bryan match.
Well, is Daniel Bryan going to be in?
Of course he's going to be in the next game. He's still contracted.
Aye, but he said like 1 match, 2 matches.
So has The Undertaker. So is Triple H.
I don't agree with The Undertaker taking up a slot either, to be perfectly honest. Unless they're doing like a classic history mode.
Nah, they tend to throw in... As long as they're a big name, they will throw them in.
Like, if it comes to it and the choice is like, oh, well, you know, you can have fucking... like, you can have Bailey or you can have Undertaker. Undertaker can fuck off. Like, let us have new folk. No people we've had in the game for the last... every incarnation.
Or they could just do the thing where they have all the old people, but throw in lots of new people too. I think they're definitely adding a lot more NXT people, because I know in Italy they put an advert out. There's an advert for WWE 2K16. I had Alexa Bliss as one of the people they were advertising. If they have Alexa Bliss, they have to have Bailey.
Well, you would hope so. But they're always pretty shit when it comes to the women's wrestlers in these games.
Well, hopefully that will
like
change.
8 and plus, fucking... Was it 2 years ago or last year that there wasn't any and they were all DLC?
Maybe. Well, no, this year it was only 8, and then Emma and technically Paige were DLC as well. Oh, no, Daniel Bryan with a boot to the face of Chris Jericho.
There was 1 year and your only divas were like Stephanie McMahon and Lita. And the rest were DLC.
Yeah, that does sound a bit like 13. But hopefully the divas are a bit better. So mainly just so for the benefit of universe mode, so it's not just the same matches every week. A bit of variety never hurt.
Aye, but like, do you know which, like, when you've seen the games come out, and like, Like the game's just and your current tag team champions aren't in the fucking game.
It's
Right?
always the tag team champions, isn't it, though?
But like 3 versions of Undertaker and 9 versions of John Cena and a couple of Randy Ortons and you know they've got all that shit. Like, do you know wish they'd just be like, right, fucking nail all their guys in this game, just let's have everybody who's in the roster.
Well, they seem to be going that direction. They'd say that the 120 superstars, because someone did point out, oh yeah, how many fucking Mark Henrys we getting this year? And we were like, oh no, the
I love this, Mark Henry.
there's like 3 Mark Henrys, and they're all the bloody same. But they were like,
Emblems fucking accompanied by Mae Young either.
well, no, it was like 120 superstars. None of them are going to be duplicates or diversions.
No, the majority, but they said at the same time Mick Foley's gimmicks could be different characters.
That I can accept though, because there are like 4. If they include Mick Foley and Mankind and Dude Love and Kind of Jack, that's still 4 vastly different characters, styles, and everything.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Mick Foley and Cactus Jack were pretty much the same in terms of moveset and whatnot. I would keep Mankind as a separate thing, because Mankind could have fucking... You know, like, Mankind could have multiple outfits.
Yeah.
Multiple, like, entrance themes, because he used to have the different intro and the exit theme.
Oh, to Freud. Oh, Sami Zayn with the... Oh, kick out by Daniel Bryan.
That thing that sounded like it was fucking, like when he'd win a match or lose a match, like whatever, and his music would start playing and it sounded like fucking when William Dafoe was getting shot up in Platoon. So, like, they could do that, but Foley and Cactus and even Dude Love are all pretty close in terms of moves and stuff.
I meant it character-wise.
I mean, like, Lord fucking Hunter the Ford is a completely different in terms of character to, like, Sean Bean business Triple H.
And I accept Hunter Hearst Helmsley as a separate entity as Triple H. It's when you've got Mark Henry 2011, Mark Henry Hall of Pain edition. It's like, no, they're exactly the same, except one Mark Henry is bald.
So where do you draw the line? Because I remember in Warzone, and so you'd play all the way through and do all these things and win all these matches to unlock different characters, and you'd get like the guys who set up the ring and all the refs would get unlocked and cool stuff like that.
But
and
Warzone like what, 16 actual wrestlers?
And then you'd unlock Rattlesnake, which was Stone Cold Steve Austin in a pair of jeans.
See, that's... no. If they're vastly different characters, yeah. See, this year I was a bit lenient because I thought it was more... This whole, like, STUniverse was an experiment. But, like, now think about it, the whole... Having more than one of the same superstars is a bit ridiculous, unless they're vastly different, such as Sting 91 and Sting 99.
I don't even think they're that different.
Well, like, one's a surfer dude, and the
One
other...
cut a promo, the other didn't cut a promo.
Yeah. But they look very different, that's what... That's the main thing I care about, is if they look different.
Aye, but that's just clothes. Like,
And
what
face
would
paint.
seem to be the big... and face paint. What would seem to me to be the big problem is less, like chucking on the tyres and face paint for a model, right? But more so the actual movesets and the way they move. Because obviously, like fucking, like, the Brood Edge, like, moved and
Nice kind of JBL.
worked in a completely different way for 2010 Edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, one of them would wrestle like Kelly.
And the other one was Brood Edge, right?
Of course.
I don't know why I'm insulting Edge, I liked Edge.
Like, I make a bigger distinction between that than just like acolytes Bradshaw and like
JBL.
champion JBL, because that was just like, all right, he shaved, get work cowboy hat. But he did, like, it was the lariat, it was all the same moves.
Yeah. But his character did change quite a lot. But yeah, his ring style probably didn't. But didn't. I see your point, but it's like mainly for something like this where I don't control it at all. Being able to tell the difference between, again, like Sheamus 11 and Sheamus 15 is a big difference.
I think we talked about this in a much earlier episode. Like, the ideal thing would be like they do with the hockey games, or they used to before they stopped making them. Which was like, right, so you pick like the Anaheim Ducks, and you can go through like fucking like 10, 12 different classic outfits for the Ducks.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they used to do that with the games, like before they give retro outfit like its own separate character, they used to just make it an alternate outfit.
With some of them, if they could,
They should just like let us make like retro outfits again. 'Cause you can't like change their face at all. So you can't like add face paint or anything. They just let us like alternate outfits.
Custom logos.
Yeah.
Because
like,
then you can do basically every Rick Rude tights, every warrior type. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But even if they just allow us, like, so alternate outfits can change the heads, change the hair, change the beards and all that, that would solve the problem of having 5 different... Well, they've got 4 Kanes in this game. 4 Randy Ortons. You don't need that many Randy Ortons, especially since 2 of them are Randy Orton 2011s.
Well, the fact is, if you go and create a wrestler, right, you go and create Chris Jericho, right, and fucking... Like, slot 1 of the outfits could be Liger rip-off Chris Jericho for Japan.
Yeah.
Slot 2 could be fucking, like, Lionheart, you know, like ECW. Slot 3 could be, like, feud with Dean Malenko. You know, the top knot ponytail thing and the shiny shirt and that. And slot 4 could be, like, I guess modern day.
Oh! JBL missed the close-up from hell and now Chris Jericho was taking control.
Modern day with the trunks and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, you can do all that with a great wrestler, so why can they not do it with actual body scans of the fucking people?
I have no idea. But what I do have an idea of is Chris Jericho now has JBL in the walls of Jericho. This could be it, unless Daniel Bryan breaks up the hold.
Honestly... Sorry.
JBL taps out, we have new WCW Tag Team Champions!
That's fantastic.
Y2 Zayn are the new champions. Sami Zayn, the first ever STUniverse double champion.
Arn Anderson is crying backstage. He's looking to reform the Brainbusters.
Sadly...
He's looking up at the sky and thinking... Alright, but it's not Ole Anderson, is it? So that doesn't really work, but you know what I mean.
Ole, 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 ole. Anderson.
Aye.
Anderson. Well, yes, a brilliant victory for Y2 Zayn. Goat Money loses again.
I'll be interested to, like, find out how they do, like the modelling for a classic, let's say a Yokozuna or like a Rick Rude.
Yeah, because they usually get the wrestlers to mocap it themselves, but didn't watched them like mocap Finn Balor's entrance for the next game. So they must just get someone who can replicate the moves, I guess.
Well, they used to they would get like Austin Aries and Christopher Daniels has done some, Colt Cabana's done some, like the mocap for the actual like in-ring move.
Yeah.
And so there's somebody standing at the side for THQ or Ukes and they're like, alright, do the stunner like Austin. And Colt's like, you know I'm a fucking comedic wrestler, right? But I think that, do you think they take the scans that were used to make the toys back in the day, or something? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, there must be some way, because like if you look at Rick Rude, it looks pretty fucking close to like Rick Rude's stature and whatnot.
Unless they just build it from scratch. Or they get, like, the closest thing they can is sort of, like, change the height and stuff. I don't know. But yes, that is it for Payback. We have new tag team champions, which was for some reason in the main event. So the big news, of course, is Brock Lesnar has been fired as part of losing his match against Ultimate Warrior, and is now part of the SmackDown roster.
He's collecting his belongings from Suplex City and moving on to parts unknown. So join us for the Raw after the pay-per-view.
Yes. Until then, good night.
Fucking bullshit.
That's a good as point as any.